boys in blue are back.
Back!
We're back, baby!
Yelinich, he finishes that shot! And another save! Matt Freed!
Welcome to another episode of the City Boys.
Welcome to another episode of the City Boys Show. I'm Javier. This is Danny.
What is up?
We back on Memorial Day.
Look at us, working on the holidays.
Yo, you know NYCFC, they always have like that 1 week where they're just hot. Everything's good. The vibes are great. It's this time. Usually it's like middle of August, you're sweating, but it feels good. It's now, bro. We've hit the perfect weekend. The perfect weekend to kick off the summer.
100%. I mean, think about it. We beat the Red Bulls. You think that's too high of a high. Are they going to go and mess it up? First, and in the first 20 minutes of this game, you go, maybe they are going to mess it up. But the weather was real nice. The Knicks won.
Vibes,
it's a day.
Vibes are immaculate. We here with the family in the background.
Yep.
This is the only way we're actually going to record, bro. Knowing us, we wouldn't record, so we're like, you know what? Let's just grill
Yeah.
and make it happen. So
Yo,
that's what we're doing.
Next episode, we're going to be washing dishes, cleaning the house.
Yo,
that's how we're going to be
that's
doing these
hilarious,
episodes
but
from now
I think
on.
I just ran out of propane.
Oh, no.
No, wait, this isn't good.
Bro, how you say let's come over for the barbecue and then you run out of propane?
All right, I got to go put more.
All right. We'll be back.
Yeah, we'll be back. We're editing this part, but this front part was hilarious.
All right. Well, that was interesting.
We back, baby.
This episode's going to go real well.
It's a disaster right now.
We don't even have food on the grill yet.
Bro, I got people hungry. They're like, why are you shooting this? What is a podcast? My mom's looking at me funny.
Bro, I shouldn't have suggested. I was like, nah, you know what would be a cool idea? If we grilled and did the podcast at the same time. 1 minute in, instant regret.
But yes, we've hit that peak where everything's riding high, and I'm
Yes.
loving it. I'm excited. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. Also, that Knicks game yesterday, what a comeback.
Yo, they
bro.
needed that, bro. I was about to lose my shit if we lost that. That really solidified the perfect weekend. We missed the Red Bulls. I know you
did.
want to talk about it.
We did.
We
don't
missed-
gotta. I mean, apologize for not having an episode.
We do this every week.
We do.
Oh,
but...
first, I want to give a
Oh,
shout out
yeah.
to Blue City Radio. They gave us these really cool cups. Salud, cheers. It's
to
going
the
to be their
500 episode.
Yeah, the 500 episode.
500?
500 episodes.
I love how you're asking me like it's not on the cup.
No, you said 500.
Yeah.
That's not how you say it, bro. Who says 500?
What do you? How do you say it?
500. The
No,
500
bro.
Yeah, nah. Salud.
Salud.
All right, let's make some burgers now. Let's
You
do
know
this
what? The funny thing is when we get to the 500 episode, no one's gonna know because we can't keep track of our own episodes.
one. Seriously, bro. I have no idea what episode we're on.
Zero clue.
All right, Red Bull game. What happened?
Red Bull game. We won. We won 2-0. But what was nice about it was the game plan, man. He went back to playing three. It was really, really interesting, actually. And I know you guys are like, the Red Bull game's a week ago, but just entertain me for 1 minute because that's a beautiful win. First of all, vibes were super high. Field was perfect. Oh, and before we even talk about, not field, the environment was perfect. Oh, guys, you hear the sizzle and burger?
There goes the mic.
Sizzle and burgers. Your boys, what was I saying? The turnout was incredible. Usually we get 20, 22, 25,000 people at the game. We had 30,000 people show up. Bro, it made such a huge difference. They opened up the third tier and had the Red Bull fans up there. So it was nice to not have them right in front of us. And it was just loud. I don't know why the turnouts become bigger for the Derby game. Usually the turnouts are better during the Derby games. But an extra 5,000 people, 6,000 people made a huge difference.
Well, you had a speculation that Apple TV thing actually made a difference.
Yes.
That like maybe people saw the Apple TV episode. I highly doubt it because nobody I know has an Apple TV subscription, and they're always confused. Like, no, I don't have the box. I'm like, no, you don't need the box. It's just an app. And they're like, no, I don't have the box. No, okay. And they just like move on. They're like, I'm not watching MLS, bro.
Bro, I'd be like, yo, you know, there's that documentary, the same guys who made the F1 thing, and they're like, yeah. Like, you watched it? Nah.
But so that's good. Huge turnout. But
Huge turnout.
I think we move on. Everybody already knows about the Red Bull game.
Well, point is, we played fantastic. And you know what? We do move on, but we say he used that same strategy that he played against the Chicago Fire, and it was a good strategy. So maybe we can move on to what that strategy was.
Well, okay, starting 11 really didn't change much from that Red Bull game. If we look at what happened during that, the only person who left was Perea went out and Shore came in. And the interesting thing about that is we had Risa on the left.
Yes.
How do you feel with Risa? I don't know if Kevin O'Toole was ready this game. I wish this is not ideal for
No,
making a
Kevin
show.
O'Toole was still injured.
Oh, he was still injured. for
Yeah,
this
yeah.
game.
So it's Pereira, O'Toole, and Malachi Jones were on the injury report.
Oh, gotcha. So,
Yeah.
how do you like Risa on the left back position? And talk about that formation, because I think that's what you were hinting at for that Red Bull game.
Yeah, so I think, first of all, I like Risa there, but I wouldn't say he's playing like a true left back position. I think what you're seeing is they're playing Risa at left back, but that's when they're playing forward and there are three in the back. But when they're playing when they're playing forward, there's three in the back. When it's defense,
Yeah. Keep talking.
they're moving.
After you have your burger, you can have it. Go play with the girls, and then we'll go.
Now you get to see Javier's parenting style in person.
Okay, after you have your burger, you'll have the cookies. Okay.
This is riveting podcasting. It's fantastic.
All right, go. We're gonna have the cookies.
Where's Javier's mom? We have no idea, but she's definitely not going to parent just because we're doing a podcast. So you get to hear this. And that means
All
she
right,
gets
keep
cookies
going,
without
keep
even
going.
talking
You
about
can't
it.
get sidetracked, bro.
Who am I talking to if you're not here?
You're talking to the people, bro.
No, the people want to see you parent at the same time we talk about this podcast.
I gave in to the cookies, guys. That's all I'm gonna say. I was trying to get the podcast to keep going. Danny wasn't gonna make anything happen, so I gave in to the cookie.
Okay, so where were we? On it, when they play forward, they had three in the back. When they play defense, they would have five in the back. So they would bring back Hannes Wolf on the left. They would bring Tavon Gray during the Red Bull game. Micha Linich. Oh no, Tavon Gray started this game. Micha Linich came in later in the game. So you'd almost have five in the back, and then Burke Risa would come in, and Martins would come in. You know, you had Hack in that midfield where he could come up to help the midfield. So I think you saw that where it became 4 or 5 in the back, and then Risa isn't really playing that left back position. But that three in the back, I think, is really needed right now without Keaton Parks. Because if you think about it, Keaton Parks was the reason they were able to connect the back line with the front forwards. But what you're seeing here is they're putting three in the back. You have 5 almost in the midfield, 4 or 5 in the midfield, and it's allowing you to make plays with
And
the
I think
offense.
that's the key thing. They're overloading that midfield, and they're giving Justin Hack the room to move up if he wanted to. I will say that kind of had a little negative in this last game for that first goal. But overall thoughts on the lineup. Is this the best that I guess you think he could have done with what he had out there?
With what he had, yeah. I mean, I know that some people say Pereira had a tough game, but I do think
Pereira?
Pereira had a tough game against the Red Bulls, sorry.
Got it.
But I do think that Pereira out there versus Johnny Shore might have brought some different type of value. But yeah, with the players he had, I thought it was the formation to play.
So first 20 minutes, I thought we played really, really well. I thought we were the more aggressive team. We had the more chances. I think we dominated the ball more. Then we get to that 21st minute goal, I think it was. And it was disappointing because we had that. But I think what we just talked about, that midfield, Justin Hack has the room to go up, right? Okay, then when we're playing defense, when it's a transition moment, he has to go back to center back. But then that gave space to the guy who shot the ball and made it because there was no midfield. I asked Justin Hack after the game, so do you feel like that's your role, or what are you taught to do in that situation? He said, I saw somebody running behind me. I have to cover that spot.
Yeah.
But I think it's tough because he said Johnny Shore and O'Neal have to get back too to then cover that midfield right outside that box area.
Yes.
And I think that's where it gets tricky, where you got to make sure, okay, if you're going to have your midfielders go up with Justin Hack, you still have to have somebody come back in those transition moments. And I think
Yes.
that's what led to that first goal.
So are you saying then you thought it was Aiden O'Neal's? Was it Aiden
Yeah, I
O'Neal
thi-
or Johnny Shore's?
I think to a
Responsibility?
certain extent, yeah, it's got to be both of them because Justin Hack also has to play behind them, because now if you have a runner coming in behind, the number 9, who's covering him? I get it, Thiago Martins is there too, so it puts Justin Hack in a predicament, right?
Yeah.
So that's the tough spot with this new formation.
I would say that shot was absolutely deep. So I do think that although
I was right
agree,
outside the box. I don't think it was that deep, bro.
I'm saying it wasn't exactly moving at 100 miles per hour. So in my opinion, I thought Matt Freese had an opportunity to stop it. So although I agree the defense was not good, I did think that was a play that Matt Freese potentially could have made, and I was a little disappointed in the goalkeeping on that play.
Okay, so then we fast forward. We're down a man. I'm feeling a little down because I'm like, damn.
Down a goal, down a goal.
Down a goal, sorry. And I'm feeling a little down. And then, can you hold your phone? Because I can't see. I don't remember I'm cooking and it's so far from me. Gutierrez. Oh,
Yes,
we have
Brian
to talk
Gutierrez.
about this.
Fantastic last name, though, by the way.
We got a Gutierrez. I don't know if you guys know that. But
The ref?
the ref was crazy, bro. The guy would give a yellow card for anything. It was wild. I love some of the comments. It was like, I put too much mustard on my hot dog, yellow card. It was wild.
Yeah.
But it finally got into our favor with that red card. Did you think it was a red card?
Absolutely not. I do think that he jumped up intentionally to just hit the guy. Like, the ball was already coming down. I didn't understand
To
why
hit
he
O'Neal.
jumped. To hit O'Neal. So, to me, it looked like he jumped just to get in O'Neal's way. To me, from where I saw, it looked like a soft yellow. I did not go back and watch the replay. Did you see it? What were your thoughts?
No, I didn't see it, but we did talk to O'Neal after the game. He said he caught him. He caught him right in the throat area.
Oh, he did.
That's a red card,
In
bro.
an elbow?
It was an elbow, yeah. I didn't see the replay, though, so I'm not going to lie to you, but I'm going to believe O'Neal. It's a red card, bro.
Well, of course, O'Neal's going to say it's a red card. But in general, I thought those calls from that ref were absolutely terrible on both sides of the pitch. I'm glad that that he got that red. But on that note, do you feel like that at all? And I wanted to ask the coach this, but I just wasn't too confident in the question. Does that change your perspective on this win at all? Do you think we would have still won the game if they had 11 players?
Based on the first 20 minutes, I think it was a sloppy first half for sure, but I still thought we were the better team even before that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say, yes, we would have won that game. Granted, being down a goal sucks, and that shouldn't have happened, especially the way we were playing, at least in those first 20 minutes, and then it got sloppy after that. But I think we still would have won that game. We're at home. I could see it still. That should burn me, bro. Yo, you have 2 seconds on your phone.
The lock screen comes on quick.
So, but the big thing with that, the rest of the half goals, did anything? Oh,
Yes,
We
this
need
is
to
the big
talk-
thing because there was multiple chances
Alonso
of us to get a
Martinez.
goal. Yes.
Alonso Martinez. We're getting to the point where, this is an interesting stat. Alonso Martinez has the highest expected goal
In the league?
in the league. At like
Wow.
12.8 or something like that. So his expected goals aren't matching what he's scoring. I think he has 8 goals.
Yes.
And he's like 5 from the top guy. So it's like he's getting in these positions. These expected goals are supposed to be happening, and they're not. Somebody had a great comment on Twitter. He said, is Alonso Martinez Linsanity run over?
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I mean, I think it's not. It's more just like it is like Linsanity. Maybe it is over. Like reality has hit, right? Like people know the game plan. They know how important Alonso Martinez is, and Alonso Martinez has been going on a tough, spell. But I'm really wondering if all he needed was one goal to help break those gates. You know what I mean? And
But
I
the
think
thing
that
was, it
penalty
wasn't-
kick was huge.
It was a penalty kick goal. It wasn't an in-play goal.
Yeah.
But I will say, it's not like Linsanity, where the drop-off's going to be like, oh, okay, now this guy's
Exactly.
gone from the league.
Exactly.
It's still Alonso Martinez is that top dog, but that Linsanity is like, he was so hot, and he would make
Yeah.
everything. It didn't matter. But now it's like we're starting to see him cool down, but he needs to keep it, because he's our goal scorer. We know
Exactly.
that. But second half comes.
Wait, before we leave,
Yeah.
I just want to talk about the Linsanity here. Let's give it a little bit more time. That shot that he missed over the goal, the crossbar, I understand. You powerful hit. You go and you hit the crossbar. I don't love it, but it happens. But the field goal on like the 1 yard line did not make sense to me.
Yeah, that was a no-brainer. I feel like he should have made that one.
Yeah, I mean, I looked at the play on that, and it was an awkward bounce, but at the same time, bro, like, you got to do better than that. Bro, do you have cheese for these burgers?
I do have cheese. Oh, that's a good point. I got to start making the cheese, bro.
Not only that, but you got to put the cheese
So
on
it
it while
melts.
it's cooking.
No, but you got to put it on the top. Question for everybody: do you heat up the bun or not? I think I'm a not heat up the bun type of guy.
Oh no, you gotta heat up the bun.
Nah.
It brings it to another level.
No,
when
but
you
then
heat up the
sometimes
bun.
it toasted up too much.
You
All right,
know.
you guys got to do the cheddar cheese. Cheddar cheese hits, bro.
No, I know. Whoever says American cheese is better, straight up lies.
Word up.
My daughter wants to tell me something. Yes?
When are the burgers ready?
They're almost ready.
Now.
We're slacking. We're slacking. It's coming soon.
Burger's gonna be back ready in 5 minutes, so please come back in 5 minutes.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So where were we? Linsanity run. Okay.
Linsanity over. Though you gotta make those shots. That's kind of all I want to say on that was, I get it. I'd probably miss those shots. I'm not a professional soccer player, but when they're open like that, you gotta do it. And I like to point out that it's not just me saying it. The coach brought it up after the game too. Jansen said, you know, the game worked in our favor because of a lot of the yellow cards that went in both teams' favors, but at the same time, we had multiple opportunities in that first half to score, and we got to score those. So hopefully this is just a cold streak. Does that make sense? A cold...
It's not even cold, I wouldn't say, because he's still making goals.
Nah, it's lukewarm.
It's a little-
room temperature.
It's definitely not the grill hot, but it's a little further back from the grill.
Room temperature streak is what he's going on right now. But we need him to be hot.
We definitely need him to be hot. Going into this, okay, so basically, he should have scored that first half. We had opportunities.
Yes.
I was getting worried. Going into that second half, we see changes automatically.
Yes.
Tavon comes in.
Yes.
And Muntsev comes in.
Yes.
Tavon comes in for Micha. Muntsev comes in for sure.
Yes.
So I was thinking, like, why did Tavon leave? First, he had a yellow card. That's
Yes.
what Johnson said. I thought it was, we have a midweek game. He's tired. That's why we're shooting this podcast, because we know we wouldn't have done it otherwise. Did you like the change with Muntsev coming in for sure?
Did I like Muntsev coming in? I never liked Muntsev coming in. Was I proven incorrect? Yes, and I'm happy about that. But no, I also thought the Micha change was because of the midweek game. And Micha's a solid player, but Muntsev coming in was tough for me. When I saw him come in, honestly, my first reaction was, man, they haven't given up on this guy yet. It was a little tough.
And he proved you wrong.
He proved me wrong, bro. He had, what a second half. And Jansen talked about it after the game. As we know,
Keep going.
the other goal that happens, Jansen plays, I mean, we're a little too far to talk about that. Muntsev didn't help with the... Oh, no, Muntsev scored the first goal.
Yes,
what
that's what I'm
talking
saying.
about?
What are you doing,
So
bro?
Hannes Wolf
me your
drives
phone.
on... Yes. What are we looking at?
I'm looking at him. Just keep talking.
Okay, so what I wanted to say was... I forget how that play got set up now, but I know that Hannes...
Justin Hack with a beautiful assist to Alonso straight to the in the box. You don't remember that? Justin Hack gave the pass to Muntsev, and Muntsev scores it.
No, that's not what happened, bro.
Yes,
it was Hannes Wolf airballed it.
Right-footed shot from very close range, assisted by Justin Hack.
Oh, okay.
I'm cooking and still know the facts.
He's cooking and he's still cooking at the same time. He's multi-cooking right now. But you know what? Those are the shots that, like, first of all, that was almost the same opportunity that Alonso Martinez had right before that in the first half, and he missed it. And so it's those type of shots that you need from your striker. It's shocking that it came from Muntsev Bakra, but I'm happy for the guy, bro. And Jansen said it, like, this guy, those burgers and fries look good, guys. If you're listening
There
to the
you
pod,
go.
that looks good,
Chips. We got
homie.
the chips with the pickle.
What'd you put
These
in-
kids are going to hate all this, but I'm still going to give it to them.
What'd you put inside the patty? I noticed the patty had some, like,
Oh,
was it
like some
mushrooms?
onions in there. It's going to be good.
Oh, that does sound
I got a burger ready. Burger ready?
But you gotta talk on the pod for 2 minutes to pick it up. No, I'm joking.
All right, so wait. So Muntsev scores.
Muntsev
after the
scores.
game said, like, hey, I had a good week in training. And I think you should talk about this because you were in the press conference. What did Jansen have to say after the game? Because I thought that was actually pretty telling.
Yes, so...
Mom,
I'm
Daddy.
gonna cut it for 1 second.
Yeah, I'll get you a hot dog.
No, Gracie wanted hot.
Great. All right, this episode's been a wreck. We're 7 beers in. We're 2 hours later, still on the grill.
I don't know, you guys missed it, but there's been 10 burgers that haven't passed around since where
Yeah.
our last train of thought was.
People are a little more full. Podcast isn't anywhere closer to being done.
Midway, we thought maybe we'll just finish this podcast on the couch instead of...
Maybe this was going to be an unreleased episode. But I got a new beer. Let's keep going.
All right.
This is gonna be our worst podcast ever created.
Or the most hilarious podcast ever created. We'll see.
All right. So what
Point
happened?
is, the last thing you mentioned was Jansen was praising Munsef after the game.
Yes.
Not for the goal that we were talking about, but let's put the whole picture together. Munsef had that first goal. We looked back at the tape while we were fixing our mistakes, and Hannes Wolf did kind of have this really nice pass over the defender, like airballed it. Hack was there at the line, gave it to Munsef for the assist. Munsef scores it, right? Okay, so we already praised Munsef for a goal. Hasn't scored a goal, first goal of this season.
Yes, and I think like first goal since August, bro. A lot's happened.
A lot.
A new president. Tariffs.
Oh man, August was a good time versus now. But the real praise he gets is for something he didn't get a goal or assist for, and it was that second goal. Because Munsef is our second striker, and Jansen mentions that the whole play started that Hannes Wolf has a second goal, right? But how did that play start? That play started that Munsef Bakra went box to box, from the front box all the way to the back box to intercept the pass that could have potentially become a goal. He intercepts that pass, gives it to Maxi Morales, who gives it to Julian Fernandez, who passes it to Hannes Wolf, and Hannes Wolf scores that goal. And just to point out, during that time, after Munsef went box to box, he went back to the box, to the front box, to then also get some defenders off guard. So Munsef had a huge amount of effort there. He played a huge part in that second goal. And what Jansen mentioned after the game was that he showed him a play.
This was in preseason. He
In
said it in
preseason.
preseason, and he's like, "This is how I want you guys to play." And it was basically a play in Liverpool where all they did was their forwards basically came back, made a defensive play in the opponent's box.
Yes.
And it was not in their own box, and everybody was hyped, like, we stopped them defensively, we did it.
Yes.
And he's like, this is what I want us to do.
Yes.
And that's what Munsef did.
Yes.
And for all the hate we give Munsef, and I'm sorry for taking over your story, but
No.
it got me hyped. When I heard it, I was like, this is crazy. For all the hate we give Munsef, it's like, those hustle plays is what is going to be the difference between us being a non-playoff team to actually being a playoff team. Because we know we might not have the best talent, but we got to have those hustle plays to really make it work. And that's why you see these guys with two-a-days, and you see them hustling and all that.
And I think it goes along with what Munsef does best, right? We know Munsef isn't that great at scoring goals, although he showed us otherwise today. But we've always said, man, Munsef knows how to make the runs. He has so much stamina. He has so much speed. And today he used that for the good, right? He could potentially become a super sub if he keeps playing like this. I think our biggest, what is it called, gripe against Munsef this year is that Munsef comes into a game and feels like he's been in the game the whole 90 minutes. He's not running around. He's not really making plays.
Well, I think
He
last
looks
year that was his issue more than this year.
I feel like I've seen it this year too, but not this game. And it just shows how much a sub can make a huge difference.
But let's praise him when he deserves praise. It's still only one goal, and however, it's since August.
Yes.
So I know everybody's gonna be like, "You're crazy." All right, I get it.
I mean, crazy. I'm not ready for him to start. Are you ready for him to start?
Well, talking about crazy, I'm gonna go back. You've been giving Tavon Gray a lot of love, and the fans are calling you out.
I mean, those fans ain't fans.
Tanner
man.
Holm was the man, bro.
Okay.
No, 'cause
On that note, on Twitter.
you keep saying
Yes.
he's the best right back.
I said he's evolving, transforming to be the best right
Are
back
you jumping
of
the gun?
NYCFC.
Are you jumping the
Bro,
gun?
I mean, think about it. Gray was already a defensive force, unstoppable force. He plays one-on-one on any of the best players that come his way, and he's able to stop them. But what we're seeing him develop offensively, it's a goddamn game changer, bro. It's so crazy.
But
Yesterday when he had that play where he passed it to himself behind the defender and led, I think it was one of those opportunities that Alonso Martinez missed, came from that. And the way he's been crossing this year, you think about Tavon Gray and you go, what doesn't this guy have? And I agree, Tanner Holm also had all of that.
But Tanner Holm was, I would say, a much more dangerous attacker.
Yes, but was he as good of a defender?
Yes. Tinnerholm was the whole package, bro.
No, he was good. But I think if you put, I think right now Tinnerholm beats Tavon Gray offensively. I think
You're
one-on-one defending, there's
smoking.
no, offensively, I said Tinnerholm's better than Tavon
Got it,
Gray.
got it.
And he still is, and Tavon Gray still needs some growth. But defensively, I think they're already on par.
I don't know.
Defensively, you don't agree?
I think you're jumping the gun is all I'm going to say. I think you
Bro.
forget how good Tinnerholm was and how much of a game changer he made.
I'm realizing that this girl makes me feel mad short, because every time you pick this up, I'm barely in the shot.
You know what? I was thinking how bad this is going to be for Instagram when I try to clip these things.
And just half a grill is showing and half these shots. Hopefully all our best speaking parts were when the grill was down. But I don't think so. This grill's been coming up a lot.
I'm struggling, all right?
So
guys,
yeah.
guys, hot dogs ready.
Hot
Gracie.
dogs are ready, homies. Just in case
Gracie's
you guys
been
are
waiting
here.
for a minute. Look at her running. Look at her. Look at her. Here, Gracie.
But yeah, to all you homies
It's really hot
who
still,
are
okay?
saying Tavon Gray ain't it. Tavon Gray's
I'll give you
becoming
one,
it,
okay?
homie. You're definitely catching audio right now of Javier talking to this girl about the hot dogs. But that's not the point. The point is Tavon Gray's it, bro. And I think if he keeps going down this trajectory, there's going to be real debates about whether Tavon Gray or Tinnerholm was the best running back this team's ever had.
Running back.
Sorry, right back, my bad.
All right. What else? What else? Where are we next?
We are, with my notes in my pocket, we talked about Bakra. We talked about Micha, who comes in.
Oh, we got to talk about that last play. We have the penalty.
Yes.
Was it a penalty? I can't tell you or not because I didn't watch the highlights. I'm gonna say it was. The interesting thing about that penalty is what I'm gonna say is, ref goes to the monitor, right? Ref looks at it. He's like, boom. He starts leaving. Pump fake. Boom. Comes back. It was like, what?
I've never seen that before, bro.
Everybody was like, what the fuck just happened? And this is the guy who gave 7 yellow cards the first quarter. I mean, the first 10 minutes of this game. Yeah, so then he cut back, and then he's like, there was a foul, second yellow card. The guy got tossed out, so 2 guys out, and then Alonso Martinez has his chance to score, and he puts it through the net. That's a wrap.
That's right. I mean, he said he hit him in the back of the leg. I didn't go look at it, but he hit him in the back of the leg.
I mean,
That
ref was crazy, bro.
I felt like I saw the ref yell at the screen, like, nah, what I said was true. I feel like he was not.
He
changing
saw
his
the
play.
evidence, and then he was like, nah, I'm trying to go home.
He said it's Trump times, all right? You don't gotta believe the truth. This is my truth now.
Whoa, talking about Trump.
Uh-oh.
No.
Memorial Day.
No, did you see the clip? I mean, you did see it, but what was your thoughts? Clip of the stadium. So Trump gets introduced to the stadium by the owner of the team. It left a little. It wasn't. I'm not even gonna talk more on it, but I'm just gonna say I wasn't excited about the whole moment.
Yeah.
It makes you realize like this team is not owned locally. I'll just say that.
It ain't a locally sourced team.
Yeah. It's not homegrown. All right, so game's over. We dominated. Our expected goals was crazy. Any other takeaways from this game before we move on?
I guess Burkhalter ain't it, bro. Burkhalter. I don't know. I had problems saying
I
that.
think they put Kean Parks at the end of the game just to give Burkhalter the middle finger. Like, why didn't you start him? Or why didn't you put him in the U.S. men's national team? By the way, Matt Freese.
Oh, yes,
got
man.
called up for Gold Cup.
But you know, it took a lot of players to not show up for that. I don't know if you've seen that.
You were right. I didn't even realize you're wearing the USA jersey,
Bro, on discount, 50%. The women's
What?
one, the 4
Yo,
stars.
the women's one's is fire,
Yo,
bro.
it is
I didn't even
fire.
realize how fire that was.
Yeah.
By the way, I got the Columbia one. If you guys want to give me compliments in the comments, I appreciate that.
Bro's been rocking that since we come back from Colombia.
Bro, I
every
wear
day,
this almost
bro.
every other day, bro. It's got burger sweat in it. All right. So we play Houston next.
Wednesday, Dynamo.
Short turnaround, so it's gonna be a
Yes.
short turnaround again.
Yes.
Our record against them 2-2-2. So we're like straight up even against these guys.
Okay.
The other interesting thing, never beat us at home. 1 win, 2 draws. So it's not a huge sample size, but never beat us at home. So
And they're 10th in the West.
yes. So they're like a mediocre, not great team. They've been a little hotter as of late, but nothing special. They just got bounced out of Open Cup, so I'm not too worried about it.
I would say a storyline that we've heard this season from not just the media, but also from Jensen, is sometimes we have a tendency to play down to the teams that we play against. And, you see this guy's 10th in the standings. I think they just got a new goalkeeper in April.
Oh,
And
yeah,
you're
from
saying-
the Premier League, Watford.
Yes, and you're saying, all right, these guys are still trying to get their stuff together, and it's easy for it to become a trap game.
I agree. And it's a midweek game where we're
Yes.
going to be tired. Good thing is they just had a 3-3 game against San Jose, so these guys got to be a little more exhausted than us.
Yeah.
So it'll be a good game. Do you go with the same starting 11?
I mean, I think if they give Kean Parks the minutes and you can get Kean Parks back out there, you get Kean Parks back out there.
I would love to see. We haven't seen it yet. Parks with O'Neal, how that combo will work. It might flow real nice. Also,
But my question is, if you put Kean Parks back in the lineup, now you have someone to link it up. Do you change the formation? Do you go back to a 4-2-3-1?
I think he likes that overload in the middle. I think he stays with that overload in the middle where when we're attacking, we have 3, and then when we're coming back, we have the 4. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think he's going to keep it going that way. But yeah, it would be interesting because Johnny Shore was basically tasked to go more forward. And I asked Johnny Shore after the game, like, are you comfortable in that? He's like, yeah, when I was in the 2 teams, I would be the guy who plays a little more aggressively up on the box. But now if we got Kean Parks, I think we become even a better, deadlier team. And I think we're starting to gel. It's starting to connect. Things that are been taught for months now are
Yes.
starting to click, and I'm
Yeah.
starting to like what I'm seeing.
I do think something we didn't touch on is what did Jansen say the past couple weeks? We need more from our wingers.
You know what I just realized? Sorry to
What?
cut you off. Every time you start talking, I put the thing up to that. Every clip of you talking is basically useless. It's like a grill talking. Sorry, keep
Or
going.
you just Photoshop me out. It's just you talking to the girl this entire time.
I'm gonna
bro.
edit myself on that side, talking to myself.
What was I saying?
sorry, my bad.
Do you remember what has Jensen been saying the past few weeks? We need more from our wingers. We got a lot more from our wingers today, bro. Did you notice? I kept teasing that our boy Julian Fernandez couldn't get it past the first line of defense on a corner. He aired that ball multiple times. We had multiple opportunities there. Hannes Wolf probably had the best game. Oh, he got player of the game.
Oh yeah.
And he completely deserved it. He had an impeccable match. And I think just saying, this is what we wanted. We said Alonso Martinez is it, but where does he get the support? And the past 2 games, we're seeing support from the other teammates. And I think it's a huge thing for our team.
Huge. I agree. I had the betting lines too.
Yes. So what are the betting lines? Let me bring it up.
NYCFC minus 105 because my memory's good.
Yes.
The draw plus 265.
Close. 235.
Dang. And then Houston to win what?
Plus 265.
NYCFC 105, bro, for a ranked number 10 team?
Bro, but I mean, I just want to
When
point
we're
out
hot?
that
Oh, shit.
it's 3 games. It's only 3 games since our last game. They're tired. They probably grilling right now too. They all becoming little fatties. It's gonna be. I think it's gonna be tougher than we think. I don't think it's gonna be as much fun. I would say. So if I had to put money on it, bro, I'm gonna come out with a 1-0 win for the boys.
1-0 win. I'm going to go. You know what? We have 5 clean sheet this season, which it doesn't feel like it, but we're 5th in the league with clean sheets. So
That's
I
kinda
agree with you
crazy.
on the clean sheets. We're going to have a clean sheet because their highest scorer, I think, is 4 goals. They're they're like us, bro. They're missing some guys. They're missing that deadly striker. So I'm going to say 2-0 we win.
Wow.
By the way, I called the Maxi Morales Red Bull goal when we
You
did a
did,
podcast. I
you
just wanted to
did.
bring that up.
I yesterday put money on the parlay NYCFC to win, Alonso Martinez to score. I was sweating bullets before Ojeda got that PK. Oh, we didn't even talk about Ojeda.
He didn't play long, right? Oh, but
He's
against
the
the Red
reason
Bull.
he's the reason we got the PK.
Nah, I just finished my burgers. Guys, we got the burgers ready. I think it's a good time to wrap this episode up.
I really wanted to talk about Ojeda for 1 second.
trying to-
1 second, bro. You can eat your
Damn
burgers
it!
in 1 second.
Listen to him for 1 minute, guys.
What Jansen said the past couple weeks was, yo, Ojeda is unstoppable one-on-one. He just doesn't seem to have that confidence and be as direct.
In training, you're saying.
And she says in training, he's a superstar. He's unstoppable. He's got to bring it to the pitch on match days. We saw that from Ojeda this game. Ojeda, and Jansen brought it up, Ojeda was looking for the one-on-ones. He saw those opportunities and he tried to make them. And you saw it. He was deli out there. And that penalty kick that Alonso Martinez got came from Ojeda trying to get that one-on-one, trying to outspeed or outpace the defense on that transition play. And so just shout out to Ojeda. And if he keeps doing that, we might have a dangerous weapon there.
Ojeda Rapito. He's still young.
Yes.
Huge hopeful for him.
Yes.
Wednesday game, we'll be there.
We'll be there, maybe.
Can't even be there early.
I know,
I
we
hate
gotta
when
go
it's
to
like
work.
yeah, bro. I don't miss these Wednesday games, bro.
Nah, bro.
But it's been real, guys.
It's
I
been
hope you
fun.
enjoyed the Memorial Day episode. We're gonna try to release it today on Memorial
We
Day.
gotta release it today, bro. There's gonna be one day to listen to it.
A word. I mean, if you guys, this is probably one you could pass on. It was sloppy.
I love how he mentions that on the 50th minute of this episode, where you bring people
Oh,
already invested.
This is just a test because my friend's been listening. Carlos, if you're still listening, this one was for you, buddy. Peace.
All right, peace.